You know, you can't stop people from exercising their freedoms, from being wicked, and they think they're doing good. When you're evil, offset good, So whatever you do good in life and you do such a evil, it cancels each other, It's not counted. On top of that, what kind of evil do you do? So not all evil ways the same. It's not judged the same, You know, you cannot say someone who robbed the bank equal to someone who killed somebody. You understand? So it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So those are two different evils, but not weighed the same. One is higher. Killing somebody, it weighs higher than robbing the bank. You understand? Because also, one of the, the first, the first is forbidden. The first forbiddens that the God forbid, shedding of innocent blood. You understand? And that's a story of Cain and Abel. When Cain killed Abel, that's why God forbidden, shedding of innocent blood, because Abel was an innocent person, His brother killed him out of jealousy, And so that's what I want to teach you. I want to teach you not all evil are equal. You know what I'm saying? Harming others or for example, instigating a problem. If you go to a person and you say, that person did something to you or blah, blah, so you're provoking this something happening, So if that person go and attack that person and that person end up getting injured, so that's weighs higher. Because why? Because you instigated this problem. You understand? You turn people against each other, So that's also forbidden, Basically, God says, provoking a situation or creating a problem that could someone get harmed from it. When someone get harmed from this, by provoking the situation and making a person take matters in their own hands and do something to that person, even if the person have not died. Even if a person have not died, it's like killing a nation. That's how God described it. It's like when you do this to one person, turning people against each other, it's like killing the entire nation. Understand? So one person equal to an entire nation. One. You know what I'm saying? So look it up, guys, what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to say, because you're gonna learn when you continue to do things to 144,000 and they have not done anything to you. It comes the cost. The cost what you've done outweighs the good, especially against 144,000. Okay, so you're gonna understand that what you've done is gonna be multiplied. You know what I'm saying? Your heart is not gonna weigh. It's not gonna be lighter than the feather. Let me tell you now. No way. You know what I'm saying? For the evil you've done, to your heart to weigh to be lighter than the feather. That is not going to. Is not going to work out in your favor, you know? So do not say, I didn't tell you. Do not say, I didn't warn you. Do not say, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's talking about, you know? You think it's always done behind the scene. You think his God doesn't know about? You know, God is always knows, is all knowing. You know, especially 144,000. Did you know that 144,000 we have angelic team looking after us, you know? So when you do something to me, God automatically knows about it because the angelic teams are there, you know? Sometimes we don't see them. When you don't see them, it does not mean they're not physically there, you know what I mean? They are there, they're just not, you don't see them, you know? Similar to, you know, some people don't see demons and don't see jinns and spirits and stuff. The reason why God did that, because not to freak people out. Just imagine if people started seeing stuff like that. Will freak them out, right? So, yeah. And don't bother, guys. If you're going to Sunday service or Sunday worship or Bible study, don't bother. Don't bother, really. You know what I'm saying? Do not bother, you know? Because you're still wicked. You touch 144,000 that God favor among all nations, you know? God favor us over all nations, you know? Because the house of Abraham are the one who always does good in life. You know, when Jesus says, I come, you know, so you can have abundance, what do you think the 144 come to do? We came to, so everybody will have abundance. There will not be like, you know, a slave system. There will not be 9 to 5 or 24 hours jobs. There will not be, you know, people who are struggling with life and, you know, could not afford anything in life. You know what I'm saying? Would not be these stressors that the system, which intentionally was made. The system intentionally was made to oppress humanity, to make them work, you know, day and night, to buy properties they cannot afford or buy things they cannot afford. You know, the bank will give you a loan on a house and they give you a loan on a house. When you're done paying it, 30 years, 40 years, whatever, you're paying a double. You know that? Even more than a double. So that house is, you know, because the bank will pay it off first. Did you know that? The bank will pay off the house right away. They will literally pay for it. 300, 400, whatever it is. And then they'll add the percentage on you. So you're owing the bank. You're not the person who sold the house. Understand? So the bank is not losing, they're winning. You know? And if you cannot afford it, they're gonna come and take it, you know, put a lien on it and sell it. Okay? Why that was created? It was created to make humanity struggle, you know, live this miserable life, that live this miserable life with no joy, where people on top are the one who are benefiting from our suffering, you know. So don't bother, guys. Sunday service, Bible study, or doing any good, you know. It's not, you know, what you've done is really wicked. if they still try me, you know, they still try me because I see it in a dream. you know, they bring in people I know, or they think they're gonna gain a favor by bringing somebody I know in their dream state. In a dream state where they think like by bringing that person that I used to know, or we had, we were friends, or we know each other, they think is automatically I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no, whatever you have in your bag of tricks is not gonna work. Not with me, not with me, because you keep provoking it, and I refuse to take anything or accept anything from you guys either. I would never accept anything from you, because I know how the game is played. You can't play me. You can play all this nation, all the earth if you want, but you cannot play me. I can never be played, because I got you figured out. That what's pissing you off the most, I got you figured out, and I know what are you gonna do, That why I'm going against the grain. Yes, I am going against the grain within my rights. It's my choice. It's my choice to go against the grain within my rights. Okay? And we all have a choice, right? Well, you think you're the only one who has one. No, sorry. You're not the only one who has one. Okay? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna continue creating prayers and stuff to support the house of Abraham, the 144,000 elect, and you know what I mean? So I'm not really wasting my time, I know exactly what I'm doing, and how things gonna end. It's gonna be dependent on God, right? How things gonna end. It's not gonna end well for you guys, because I keep telling you, you know what I mean? Only God can judge. Don't judge people. You think you're already flawed. Don't sit there and judge people when you're flawed yourself, You know what I mean? And guys, I want you also to do this prayer. For every attack, you say all the pain and agony and torment that happened to my body, I gift it or give it as a sacrifice to the creator or the maker of the universe, the one who created heaven and earth, the galaxy and the stars, the one who exists outside creation, okay? The infinite, okay? That's what you do. For every pain, for every torment, for every attack, for every jab they're taking on you, for every harm they cause you, you gift it. You give it as a sacrifice. The body, you have to say it this way: body sacrifice to the maker, the creator, the infinite, the one who exists outside the creation, right? The one who manifested everything into existence. Okay, that's how you do it. Trust me, you're not losing, you're winning.